Hi friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. I have a new layout that I'm sharing with you today that I created using one of the dies from the new Spellbinders release. This die that I'm using is the Flourish Doily stamp set. And I thought that I would use it to create some cards to go inside a pocket page in my December daily album. So I die cut the word joy several times. You'll see also that I already die cut the phrase to the world. I think that's one of my favorite dies out of this set because it punches just the letters out for to the world instead of the whole word. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff that you can do, or a lot of things that you can do with that die. You can make your own little essentially like word phrase stickers with it, or you can cut it directly from your card like I did here. And then I also cut these hollies multiple times as well from red and green cardstock. They are super duper cute. You can cut the silhouette for all 3 berries, and then there's another die that cuts the berries individually. And so 3 berries obviously would go on the holly. 2 leaves get cut at once, so it is a one and done type thing. And I thought that I would layer them over top of each other in rows to essentially create my own pattern paper. I did use my Cricut before all of this was started to create a pattern in the background. So that was drawn with the Cricut using just a brown pen. It was the closest that I had to gold, which is what I used to cut the word joy from. I also pulled out some pattern paper that I had in my stash and trimmed it down into thin little strips to put at the top and the bottom of this card, which is 4 by 6 inches. On the bottom there, I'm putting 2 strips. One is thicker than the other one. I'm using my liquid glue to attach everything to this card. You can see that I'm adding glue to the thinnest of the strips right now. And that's going to be layered over top of the bottom strip, which is the thickest by far of all 3 strips on this card. In the end, you'll see that I'm going to cut this card in half, so they end up being 3 by 4 inches because of the way the page protector goes, but you'll see that in just a minute. I trimmed off all the pieces that were hanging off the edge of my 4 by 6 inch journal card, and now I'm working on a 3 by 4 inch journal card. So I'm going to add a strip of this pattern paper to the bottom of this card. I'm going to trim it down to roughly a 1/4 inch by 3 inches, so it spans the bottom of that card. And then I'll put together one more holly so you can see the process of how it goes together. Here's the holly. So I've got the silhouette right now. I add 3 little dots of glue onto it and then I'm using my tweezers because they're very sticky to place the berries inside the holly. I do have a jewel picker somewhere in my craft stash. I can't find it right now, but when I do, that would be ideal for picking up these little tiny pieces. Then I flip the holly berries over and add 2 more dots of glue to the back side of it so I can glue the leaves to it to finish the whole piece off. But again, because everything was sticky, my fingers, my tweezers, everything, nothing was sticking as well as I would like it to, so I fought with it a little bit, but in the end, I won out. I added glue to the entire thing, and it's going to be placed down at the bottom of this card. Eventually, when I do get to putting my December daily album together, I am going to add the day to the bottom of this card in one way, shape, or form. I might stamp it. I might use my Cricut to write it. I'm not entirely sure yet what I'm going to do. But as I mentioned, here I am trimming my 4 by 6 inch card in half. I decided that I knew all along that I wanted this particular card to be at the top of the page, but because the 3 by 4 inch pockets were at the top of this particular pocket page, I needed to trim in half so those 2 would fit in the top, and then in the bottom I've got the 3 by 4 inch card and the blank space will be for a photo. Here are the close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me, friends. If you would like this die set, please consider using my affiliate link to head to Spellbinders and see what else is available. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.